What's up, everybody? Happy Black Friday! Oh man, anyone else tired or just me? John. Good morning, John. First, as always, how you doing, John? I hope you have been well. All right, let's see who is first to the chat. Is this correct? Looks like Smash TV Network is first, or was first. I don't know what time that was. Where my timestamps at? Where are the timestamps? Here we go. Now I can get rid of the pinned message. Oh yeah, that was at like 6 something a.m. Then we got UU. I wonder if I can get the $99 5060 Ti. It says it's sold out. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. How could you have a Doorbuster deal that doesn't go live until this morning, which I will pull up right now. So Doorbuster deal doesn't unlock until 9 a.m. today, the 28th. It's right here. But you're right, it already sold out at $330. So I don't know if this is gonna go live for a split second in less than half an hour, but this technically was, wait, what's the normal price? I forget. For the 8GB, this is the 8GB version too. It's not the 16 gig, but at $100 no one's complaining about VRAM. No one better be complaining about VRAM. I bet they pulled GameStop and told everyone they had it in stock but it had 0. I think that might be illegal. I mean, you know, with how doorbusters work, they likely will have like 1 or 2 or something just to get people to wake up early and to start shopping on the website. But we'll see. Everybody, here, I will link the I'll get the short link for it. Let me get the short link. We will put it in the chat and we will all try to get it at the same time. So I will give a link to the $99 Doorbuster. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to do this one hand. 5060 Ti Doorbuster. Alright. And somebody will get it, hopefully. Let me pin this. And we've got 25 minutes to go till it's live. But let me get caught up in chat real quick. What up, Craig? Lily? Good morning, everybody. What up, Stang? Need to find a 2 TB NVMe for my home server. Hopefully we can find one at a good price. Let's see. I don't know how much cheaper like RAM and SSDs are gonna be today versus like on Wednesday. I don't think we found anything particularly good this past week, but we can still try. Okay. What up, Pantherfy? Hello. Morning Hazard me. Sounds like a Cracker Jack toy surprise to me. You mean those cheap little stickers that they used to put in there? I don't remember ever actually getting a physical like toy in a Cracker Jack. I just remember either little book, like a paper booklet, like a mini comic thing, or like a sticker. The toys, maybe I'm not old enough. Smash TV Network is driving 2 hours to Micro Center. Are they supposed to have some good deals this morning? Hello, Al the Beastly. Good morning. Maybe some RAM deals. Someone on the Discord server posted the a bundle deal. We can take a look at that. It seemed like a pretty good deal. Let me see. Where was it? This one right here. B550. Oh wait, was this a DDR4? It was DDR4. That's why it seemed like a good deal. But 204 for 32 gigs of DDR4. A motherboard and a cooler. I haven't really been following DDR4 prices though. We gotta go to Amazon to check on that one because we don't have the price tracking history on Newegg. But we're just chilling for now. I need to finish feeding this little one and then put her back down to sleep, and then I will be hands free afterwards. Buy pre-built PCs, the best way to get RAM. Yeah, that's true. We saw some good pre-builts on Wednesday when we looked. DDR4, yeah, we'll take a look in a second once I have 2 free hands. I bought my RAM last year, 2G skill, 16 gigabytes. Oh, you are done? Or you're almost done? Let me see. $32 gigs, which is the common number, at least for DDR5. I feel like for DDR4 it was so cheap that it was also pretty common too. RAM, Ayo, GGZZ, RAM 1K soon. I don't know about that. Boris the Geek, holy crap, you had a baby. I missed everything. It's been 6 months. Oh no, love. Okay, I know your bottle's empty. I know, Crazy. Got little Miss Crazy here. Alright. Let's quickly burp you, and then I gotta change her diaper, and then put her back down to sleep, and then we can do it. Morning, Ken. Hello, morning. I'm glad to see there's a decent showing this morning, though. I wasn't sure because we had already streamed earlier this week. And... oh, you got it? Okay, thank you. Alright. We are good to go. Did you get the baby feeder for Black Friday? What is the baby feeder? Is there an automatic baby feeder that I'm unaware of? Are you going to just use the buy now button? Or no, I don't have a bot. Honestly, I'm not realistically expecting to buy this. I'm just gonna refresh as everybody else is gonna at the same time, and then buy it right away. Though what I need to do is make sure let me open. So I'm not doing it on this browser because I don't want you guys to see my credit card information and home address and all that crap. So I need to make sure all of my I think I'm gonna use PayPal to buy, just because my credit card actually never came in the mail after it expired, so I cannot use a credit card on file. So what I need to do is go to an item that's not sold out and see how. So add to cart. Okay, no thanks on the protection. Proceed to checkout. I gotta go through the steps. Oh, see, I wasn't. Why is this not signed in? Let me sign in real quick. See, I would have lost the graphics card deal. Payment, boom. Go here, go to PayPal, got it. All right, I'm ready to go. Got my shipping address all ready to go. Why? Oh my gosh. I also have 6 items in my cart. $325 for a 7800 XCD. That's $15 off the normal price here. Woohoo! Hey, any discount off of a good product, I'll take. All right, let me make sure my cart's empty, so I'm not freaking buying 6 other things that I've been adding to my cart. Okay, we should be good. All right. Oh, it's live. It's not live, but here, let me refresh. See? Wait, what? It's showing available. Weird. It's available. I can add this product to my other browser where I'm logged in. Maybe I gotta be logged in. Let me refresh over here. No. Yeah, it is live. Weird. I can't. How do I prove this? Yes, with this camera. So, let me see if it actually stays live. Let me show you guys. Okay, so here's the browser that I use for, that you guys get to see. Not signed in. See? Not signed in. But here, let me make sure I don't dox myself. Okay, yeah. So this one, I just refreshed. And it is available. Let me refresh it again. So we're gonna click on the refresh. Yeah, so if you sign in, yeah, I just refreshed right here. You can add to cart. So make sure you're signed in. So, it's back in stock, it looks like, but we will have to see about the Doorbuster. RAM went up in price by 306%, so no deals. Asus Tough B6. Yeah, there's a lot of motherboard deals that comes with, sadly, only 16 gigabytes of DDR5, which kind of sets you up in a weird position to, I guess, eventually get 48 gigs if you fill it in with another 32 kit down the line when prices are more reasonable. Yeah, so this is temporarily out of stock, but you could at least buy it. Yeah, this little message right here, that's not a big deal, because as long as you can add it to cart and if the price updates and you can check it on time, that's fine. Compared to this one where there's not even an option. I know I'm not logged in, but if I go to any other product, there's at least, even not logged in, there's the option to add to cart at least. So it's interesting how for this item that's super in demand, that everyone's refreshing a million times right now, logging in at least has it available to buy, even though it's not in stock. I would be willing to wait for it if it meant getting it for $99. Got a 3090 Ti Founders Edition at $750 at Micro Center recently. I've actually not been following the prices of 3090 Ti's. What are these going for these days? If you wanted to buy one now, that sounds about what I would think it would. Pre-owned, so 800 plus 25 for shipping. Let me zoom in so we can see these numbers better. Okay, so Micro Center, Founders Edition too. Let's look for that one specifically, because those are usually a bit pricier. 900 bucks. Yep, okay, so good deal for 750. Relative to so you're looking at 24 gigs of VRAM compared to 16 for the 5070 Ti, but performance-wise, where are we on the Tech Power Up charts? 3090 is so here's 5070 Ti, here's 3090. Let's click that relative. So for 750 bucks, you could have, like, the alternative that most people are gonna look at is a 5070 Ti, which comes in at higher performance with less VRAM. So if you have like use cases for more VRAM or AI or something like that, that would be the better buy. But I'm curious, why, like, did you consider the 5070 Ti at all? Is 12900K and a 5080 a good combo? I think that pairing works fine. If you already have a 12900K and are looking to buy a 5080 to like upgrade into your system, yeah, I think that's fine. I don't know if I would, from like starting a build from scratch, if I would buy today a 12900K and a 5080 and then put together a build. I would probably go for a AM5 to be honest, than to buy into 12th gen Intel today, because I unless you know, there is a good price on the 12900K, but bought a genuine Ryzen 9800 XTD off AliExpress for 263 pounds, which is 300 euros or 348 US dollars after Black Friday coupons and PayPal discount off purchase price. Waiting on 15% cashback to come through as well. Nice. On top of that, so it's gonna be even less than this. Picked up a 9070 XT Reaper for $599. That was the deal we saw on Wednesday. Imagine them trying to be discreet about this and bro showing it on Streamlog. They're not trying to be discreet about it. They have it on their freaking Doorbuster ad that unlocks daily. I didn't even take a look at any of the other Doorbusters they had. Let's take a quick look because we still have another 12 minutes until it's ready to go. Let's see. So they had a 32-inch full HD LED smart TV for $70. Not a huge discount, but that's sold out. Are many people buying 32-inch TVs these days? At that point, you get like a monitor. Let's see. There's a 5050 laptop for 700 bucks, sold out. Micro SD card, and what is this system? Oh, this one that we look. Did we look at this one? This one's going for $750 right now, which I don't think is a bad price at all. Yeah, this is the one that we looked at on Wednesday, I believe, or one similar to it, but that was actually going for $600 yesterday, so actually on Thanksgiving. And then this is what we got today. Weird, I'm signed in on my phone, it's not available yet. Let me check again on my signed in browser. And yeah, it is available, just not at the price that we want. When I bought a TV from Black Friday from Walmart a few years ago, you would buy it, they give you a ticket, and you have to wait to get it shipped. That way, everyone got a chance to get it. That sounds like an awesome way to do it. So you went to... Wait, from Walmart, you would buy it? So I'm guessing you went in person. We're not talking about like online ticket vouchers from like Walmart.com. I can't find the $99 one. It's because the price has not changed yet. It is this one right here. And the price is supposed to change if they aren't dirty, dirty liars. We got 10 minutes till it's 9 a.m. Pacific time. 10 minutes away from seeing if they're gonna scam all of us. Not scam, but you know, what do you call it? Trick all of us. Are my eyes working? Morning stream? Yes, it is a very special morning because it is Black Friday. I need to refill my water, so give me 1 second. I will be right back because I don't know how long we're gonna go on this stream, but I might need some water because I woke up, I have not eaten yet, and I'm a bit dehydrated. Wait, gnomed. Dancing Danny Day. Thank you for the 30 gifted memberships. Oh my goodness. So this is gonna play for a while. Is it gonna play over? Give me. We're gonna do it. Can we get it over the Be Right Back screen? Alright, we are back with the water. Holy crap. It's still going. Gnomed. Thanks for the always everlasting ongoing support. Gifted memberships. Everybody getting a gifted membership. Oh no, I put it on there. It wasn't it doesn't originally play there, but then I copied and pasted the source to make sure it played over. But yeah. Can I be gifted? The way that it works is very random. It does gift usually quite a bit of people who are watching the stream, but it also gifts people who aren't even here right now, based on I don't know what. But thank you, Gnome. We got 5 minutes left. Is this still going to be playing by the time the deal goes live? Enjoy the Black Friday hunting. I already got my snipes. What were your snipes? I think I might not have to buy a router. I think I solved the issue. Let me see. What the heck? What the heck, man? For the people who were here. Oh wait. I did not solve the issue. What is going on? It was solved yesterday, maybe. Wait, I need to make sure I'm connected to the right thing. Oh. I think this is what I need to do. We got 5/4-ish minutes. I got the internet to be fast. It just needs to reliably connect. Why you do this to me? I was getting on my Wi-Fi sitting here at my desk. I figured it out. But maybe I didn't figure it out. But I was getting like 400 megabits per second when I tested, which in that case I'm okay with not spending hundreds of dollars on a new router potentially. But I don't know if that was reliable or not. I'm trying to show you guys, but my mesh network pucks are being weird right now. Oh. Hey, what up, Shauner? Hello. Thank you for the continual membership join. It's days like this, I wonder why I pay for a membership when I can get one gifted. I know, right? Yeah, bro just spent his whole Black Friday on us. Let's see. For those of you with home servers or interested in home servers, Unraid, and I actually picked this up finally. I finally got a license for my Unraid server, which has been running unlicensed for like 2 months. They do have their Black Friday sale going on. I am not sponsored by them or anything like that, but it's just anyone who might be interested in the next year or so. If I could freaking get it to load. What is their website like being super bogged down right now? What's going on? Not is that many people interested in buying an Unraid license, but yeah, no. If you're interested in building up a home server anytime soon and are looking for, I know TrueNAS is free, but Unraid has some capabilities, which is why I went with them. And they are on sale. So I picked up this Unleashed license because it is cheaper. Because their lifetime, for some reason, they never put it on sale. So what I did was I picked this up, and then I'm going to do the upgrade, which makes me get a discount getting a lifetime after the 1 year is up. But it's like, what, $28 cheaper than normal, and then this one is like $10 cheaper. So, for those who are, might be interested. Cyber Week sale, we call it. Alright, we got like 1 minute left, guys. We gotta get in the zone. Everyone, get your refresh fingers ready. F5, F5, F5. You get 850 through Wi-Fi. What kind of setup do you have? Alright, I gotta the Spitfire alert. I gotta turn it down a little bit. We gotta concentrate. It can still play, but we gotta get ready to refresh. Let's go. You guys aren't gonna see me refresh on this monitor because I'm not signed in here, but I'm doing it on my own personal one. Don't worry, it'll be like 1 minute. That's it. Alright, I'm refreshing. We got 1 minute, y'all. Everyone start refreshing. Check back at 9 a.m. it says. I got the check back at 9 a.m. message. I did get the check back at 9 a.m. It's right here. Okay, it's 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m. officially on my clock. Where's this deal at? Where's this deal at? I'm not seeing it. Uh-oh. My F5 is slowing down. Buy now. Let's go. There's 6 left. There's 6 left. Come on. Are you kidding me? It's already unavailable. There were 6 of them. Did you guys see that? There was 6 apparently. Who got lucky? Which one of us got lucky? It is gone. The deal is gone. Well, if I refresh here, at least we saw it. At least we saw it, but apparently it's gone. But yeah, they apparently had 6. That was the number. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, just because we'll know that at least it was there. But come on, if we're going against bots, someone in the ZTT Discord server said they got one. Did they manually do it? Can we get confirmation if they were able to do it manually? Or did we need a bot to even have a chance? Yeah, because right now, when I clicked buy now, it's not even loading, so... Yeah, what is the point of having this offer ends? What is the point of saying offer ends in 15 hours? Huh? Just take this away. Stop taunting us. Yeah, see, I click buy now and it's just... Obviously, the deal is going to be dead by this point. Probably needed a boy? You mean a bot? Probably. You probably meant to say bot. But probably needed a boy is pretty funny. They don't tell you there's only 10 at the ready. Oh yeah, there... Or, I guess 10. Yeah, because it looks like the bar was down. So they had a total of 10, it looks like. My mistake for thinking Newegg would actually take a hit from their profits. I'm so... Well, it's pretty... I mean... It makes sense, right? That they didn't actually have hundreds of these because, no matter how many, whatever amount they would have ever had, even if they had thousands, it would have still sold out. Because you know people are buying this to flip. Like, I don't know how many people actually need an 8GB 5060 Ti, but I know a bunch of flippers who need it for either PC builds or just a straight up resell at $99, right? So... yeah, I don't know, of the people who were sitting here this morning refreshing, how many people actually were needing to buy it for a system to use themselves. Yeah. Yo, my bot got it. Error. Were you actually running a bot and did you get it? I have never run a bot on any, like, type of, like, website. Retailer, e-tailer, anything. Yeah, I've never run a bot ever. I guess these days you could probably vibe code something with ChatGPT or similar to do it for you. But before AI, you know, was this accessible, and you had to write a script manually, which probably isn't the hardest thing in the world to do. I just never did anything like that. Looked into it. Bro, mine disappeared from my cart after refreshing. You saw 11 left. Okay. There was like 10 total. Okay. Sold out. Yeah, bro. Scam. The bot's trying to make that profit. Okay, let's see what... My bar for the 5060 Ti 8GB says 15 left at around halfway. Interesting. At halfway? Because mine was showing 6 left at what... Oh my god, the page is just dead now. What the heck? This was a popular item in Newegg in 2002, selling 8,000 something units at $125. Huh. I saw 15 at first, so we all saw different numbers. I guess my refresh was slow, and I only caught it at 6. By the time refresh, it was already gone. Yeah, so let's see. Well, I guess I would be getting the 9060 XT 16GB. Alright, let's actually take a look at real deals that are, you know, actually exist. Where's the Woot computer deals today? Let's see what we're looking at this morning on Black Friday. We'll start with Woot. See if they have anything decent. These peripheral computers got me mad from last time. I control F5 and got 6 as well. 6 left, looked like about 70. Yeah, 6 was 75% of the bar left. It looked like it was around 10 or 11, but people were saying they saw 15. I saw 16 and had it in the cart and added my security pin and went out of stock before I passed the checkout. Yeah, so I was probably never gonna get it anyway with my PayPal information. Okay, computer parts. Let's see what we've got. Why would you not even list which model? Like, what are we doing here, Woot? Power Color Fighter gaming graphics card. Doesn't even tell you what it is. Probably a 6500 XT, maybe? Not even. What would this be? It is a 6500 XT. At $80? I forgot. Wait. 6500 XT. Did these only come in 4 gigabytes? I've totally forgotten about this card already. Were there 2 variants? No. Yeah, no, they had an 8 gig version of the 6500 XT. Yeah, max memory size 8, but this is the 4 gig version, which I don't know what you would do with the 4 gig card in 2025. You can still use 4 gig cards, but buying one brand new at $80, I don't know if that's the play. 80 for the, if this was the 8 gig version, yeah, I agree. That would actually be pretty decent, I think. I'm not sure what other card you can get for under $100 with 8 gigs of VRAM, brand new. And this would have been new, yeah, but the 4 gig version, I mean, I'm sure this can still play some games. You'd be surprised at what you can do with 4 gigs of VRAM even. Let me see. So, like, let's take a look at, what is it? No. GTX 980. Come on. Like here, 9 months ago, Random Gaming in HD tested this. Like, look, you're playing Black Myth Wukong, a game that's like a year old at 60-something FPS. You're playing Baldur's Gate, which is a very popular game at 60 FPS. Don't worry about what graphic setting it's at. The fact that you're able to play modern games with a 4 gigabyte card is what we're focusing on here. Counter-Strike's like 200 plus FPS with relatively flat frame times. Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's 40, but you know, that's still playable. Spider-Man 2, 45, somewhat playable depending on where you're in the city. So like, people think like, oh my god, 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah, you don't chase that in 2025, but it's not like it's completely unplayable. Like, let's see what else we got. Red Dead Redemption's got 90 FPS with relatively smooth frame times. So yeah, oh, Starfield. Let's not talk about Starfield, okay? But I don't know. For $80, you can get 8 gigabyte like RX 580 and have some extra in your pocket used. PureVPN is offering 88% off. You can get it just for $149. What actually, that's a, so we gotta run a poll as we are gonna be looking for these deals. Do you subscribe? Do you use a VPN? If so, do you pay for it? So it's like, yes, I pay for a VPN. I use free VPNs. I don't use a VPN at all. I had to use a VPN recently. I typically don't use VPNs, but I was doing something and then it wasn't Reddit either. I got temporarily banned from this website, so then I needed to finish something up, so I needed to use a VPN to get back on it. But I use, and I thought I like the interface. I use a free VPN called Proton VPN. I feel like their free VPN is pretty decent compared to everything else I tried to find that was free, but I don't pay for a VPN. Oh, Black Friday, they are having a sale though, 70% off. But yeah, I would imagine like let's look at NordVPN. I'm not sponsored by anybody, by the way. We're just, because someone brought up VPNs, I'm just curious. I'm sure, yeah, Black Friday, 77% off. Like, I'm sure everybody's got crazy deals right now. The issue is, there's so many VPNs out there, and I'm not sure, because again, I'm not like an IT network cybersecurity guy. I don't know how actually good one VPN is next to another. Like, you said Pure VPN. I don't know if I have heard of Pure VPN before. I might have, but there's literally hundreds of VPNs out there that you always hear about, and so many creators have, like, you know, sponsorship spots with them and stuff. Like, I have no idea if Pure VPN is among one of the top ones. Didn't Nord have some kind of like some kind of breach in the last few years? Like their customers' database or something was hacked or something. And NordVPN is like one of the biggest ones. Proton has decent free VPN. Yeah. When I looked, I tried to find like what is the best free VPN, and Proton kept on coming up on people's lists. And it wasn't bad. NordVPN. If I didn't have VPN through Malwarebytes already, I would totally do that. Did I review the Doorbuster pre-built PC? Which one? You mean the one from yesterday, or the one? Yeah, there was only one yesterday, right? We're talking. Yeah, this one right here. We looked at it on Wednesday when it was $750, and I thought at $750 it was a good price. So at $600, that's a steal of a deal, man. A 5060 build with a modern day i5 and 32 gigs of DDR4 for $600. That was an actual Doorbuster. And it looks pretty sweet. It's got the cool cube generic case. But yeah. I use NordVPN. Or you can set up your own VPN on WireGuard with a Raspberry Pi and actually be secure. Yeah, that's one. I mean, so for these VPN services that aren't actually secure, I think for the most part people use them so that they can access media in different countries or get around IP bans and stuff like that. I don't know how many people are actually using VPNs, at least these online subscribed ones, for quote unquote security, which is, I feel like a you can go down a rabbit hole talking about what features you would actually need for that. To be honest, anything can be breached. Yeah, for sure. People's like medical records and stuff, like hospitals and stuff, everything, banks, online banking. Yeah, there's a good breakdown. There's a really good breakdown of which ones are truly private, done by Techlore here on YouTube. Techlore. What channel is this? I'm not sure if I've seen Techlore before. Oh, wait, okay. So, I've seen this channel before. Yes, I've seen the channel. Haven't watched a lot of their stuff. There was another, kind of like, what was that creator? I'm trying to think of, there's another cybersecurity creator I recently, followed. But I can't think of the name off the top of my head right I don't really care if it gets breached. Almost every site I have an account on has been breached. This is true. I used Nord after a deal earlier this year. Not sure if I'll keep them long term. Yeah. What up, AJ? How you doing? I think that's what people mostly do. They get some deal for like a year at like, you know, $1 a month or something, and then afterwards, just cancel it. Proton and iVPN are among the highest privacy. Normally has to do with VPN home location and logging retention rules. So many people, when you look up VPN and like location, you get threads of people who are like, my company let me work from home, but I'm going on vacation. How can I set up a VPN so that it looks like I'm not, you know, in wherever the heck I am, and it shows that I'm in the city that I live in. Yeah. Molvad over NordVPN if you're about being anonymous. IT security background here. I've never even heard of Molvad. What are we? Molvad VPN? Oh, and it's actually got a mole, but it's spelled mole. Has anyone heard of this? I'm not saying it's good or bad. This is what I'm saying. Like, how is a person who's not well versed in like IT and cybersecurity and networking and stuff like that, how are you supposed to be able to choose a VPN service when there's so many different recommendations online, and then you even got some that are being recommended that you may never have even heard of? A free and open society is built upon some privacy. If people don't have the right, are they on sale today? Pricing 1 month. Oh, are they based not in the US? I'm guessing. Oh yeah. Okay, so they're based in Sweden. At least their HQ is, or whatever. But and they're not celebrating Black Friday with a sale. I feel like $5 a month compared to, wait, what? Oh, the pricing is the same no matter what. It's 1 month flat. Yeah, no matter if you buy it for a decade, a year, or a month. There's no discounts. Which, I mean, I guess that's pretty cool, so that you aren't pressured to buying like a longer, you know, amount of time. But $5 a month is like 3 to 5 times more than some of these other ones that are running the yearly sales. Any must buy GPU deals? Not that I've seen so far, but let's go back to Woot and see if there's anything that's even worth buying real quick. Lots of VPNs are owned by the same parent companies, worth looking into. What are some of the big umbrella companies? B650, this actually doesn't seem like that bad of a deal. B650 for 110. What other AM5 motherboards are going for this cheap? I think this might actually be the one. I mean, like, when I say this cheap, I'm not talking about, you know, the super naked boards. This actually, yeah, this has like the bare minimums of what I would require on an AM5 motherboard, which a lot of, I'm trying to think of, are there any AM5 ones without USB-C in the back? But I know there are definitely a lot of motherboards without USB-C front headers. But also this has like at least 2 M.2 slots. This one actually has 3. There's one under this heatsink and 2 here. 110. If you need RAM, there might be better motherboard bundle deals with RAM, but this actually isn't a bad price for AM5. Yeah, if you already have the RAM, let me put this into the, let me put this into 1120. Let's see, 110, B650 motherboard. And for this one, I do not get any affiliates, but I don't really care. I'm just trying to post good deals for people. This is the new Corsair case, the refresh, right, of the 4000D, the RS frame, the one that's like modular and you can actually change some stuff out. I don't know how. Let me look on Amazon real fast so we can get our price checker. 4000D RS frame, because if this is discounted by, so 80 bucks, this one's going for 80. What is the normal, what is the pricing of this bin? This is, yeah, this is this week actually. It's normally 100. Brand new. I like the 4000D. I actually like it a lot. Let me get the link for this one. I would buy it from Amazon over Woot though. Like if Woot and Amazon has the same price, yeah, we're going Amazon for sure. So $80 Corsair for the RS frame case. To be fair, the more people that use the same VPN service, the better. In what way? What am I not thinking of why it would be better? In terms of like more money is being pumped into that VPN service so that they can provide better services, or like from like a network congestion sort of thing. Because like for when I use Proton VPN, like sometimes a specific server does get congested, which I think affects the speed. So then you like try to switch servers and stuff. So in that way, I think it's not beneficial to have more people. But in what way are you thinking of? Wow, a gigabyte GT 730 for how much? Oh, was that on the Woot page? This one, so 8 gig 5060 Ti for 360. No, not a good deal. Alright, let me check my Wi-Fi. Let's see if this figured itself out. I think when I'm this close to, I should be able to... Come on. Give me the 5G. Yeah, here we go. Alright, we're gonna test my Wi-Fi real quick. To see if I actually need to buy a new router or not. But come on. Don't let me down, Deco Pucks. I did not just spend money on you for no reason. Alright. So I think I got it fixed. I am not expecting gigabit up and down on my Wi-Fi. I am perfectly happy with 400 up and down, which is what I'm getting right now. So it seems I have fixed my wireless issue down in my basement with the current Deco Pucks that I have from 2017. I'm getting the theoretical limits of these things. And you want to know what it ended up being? This is so stupid, but like it's something that until you are like staring at it, thinking about it for hours and trying literally everything. I do have 1 gig fiber internet. It was the puck itself. I ended up swapping the puck with a different one that I had in a different area of my house. And then boom, the speed got fixed. So I just saved myself potentially spending 150 bucks on a new router or like new mesh setup or whatever. And I fixed my issue. So that wired Ethernet backhaul is working. I guess one of the pucks I got is either, I don't know, maybe I need to reset it and reconfigure it or something. But I thought I did that previously and it didn't work. But I switched the pucks out with a different one and boom. Networking issues in a nutshell, right? Hey, what up, New Giant Robots? Yes, we have a stream this morning. Wait, what? For Nerd on a Budget viewers? Wait, what are we talking about here? I can't tell if you're trolling or not. Exclusive offer for Nerd on a Budget viewers. We just decreased the price to 95 cents a month on our 5-year plan. What are we talking about here, Tanzio? Did I miss something up there? Is there any way I can get 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM 2 sticks for under 200 bucks? Yeah. You gotta buy it in your used market. Actually, let's see what Jawa's got. Oh, Jawa! What was their deal today? Let me see. Give me 1 second. Makes it sound like it's a main puck and clone. Makes it sound like it's a main puck and clone. I do not know what you mean by that. I did not switch with which, if you're talking about, cause you have to, let me see, let me pull up the thing. I will show you what my, my Deco network looks like. But I did not switch. So this is what the whole like tree looks like, right? So, oh, you can't see, come on. But you see the office one that's emanating in the middle there? That's the main puck. That kind of branches out everywhere. But the studio main desk at the bottom there, that's me. But that one isn't, it's Ethernet backhauled, so in terms of like the mesh tree or whatever, I guess it's not showing. Oh, maybe that's, no, it would show like that either way. But yeah, so that's how all my pucks are set up. So I've got them like kind of almost, how many pucks do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I got them all over the freaking house. But yeah, I did consider making this one down here the main one though. But I would rather keep that one right next to the router. Oh, you're talking about the pre-built for tomorrow. Okay, let me take a look at that. After we take a look at these Jawa deals. Because Jawa... where you go, Jawa? No! Why you break? Jawa's supposed to have some pretty good deals. Let's see. 5080. Look at this! Bro, how is it still available? You can get a 5080 for 800 bucks on Jawa. From the official Jawa store themselves. So you don't have to worry about getting scammed. Yeah, Jawa has been dropping some pretty actually crazy deals this Black Friday week. Let's see. Then they've got this is a, what is it, 9700X, 9700XT build for that one seems pretty standard, around for like 1800 bucks. 3080 Ti for 340. That's actually not a bad price, though this is a blower style. Yeah, it's used. These ones are used, but I mean, how used is a used 5080? It's not even a year old yet. 4060 for under 200 bucks actually isn't bad. The 5070 for 435, that's not a bad price, and it's the 3-fan PNY version. Yo, Jawa deals. Oh my god, is their website crashing from like traffic? What's going on? Let me see. Which, let me get you guys a link. Because I have a personal link from them. And I am actually helping to promote them this Black Friday in a video that should be released tomorrow morning. So let me pin that one for people. Alright, let me end the... where's the poll? So, in terms of VPNs though, 50% of the people don't even use a VPN at all, but it's a kind of a semi-even split for the people who use free versus paid VPNs. But yeah, a lot of people are not using VPNs. Anything I have bought from Jawa was kick-ass. Yeah, let's see what else they got. 3090 Ti's for 70 bucks. Okay, where were we? They've got so many deals going on that these little things, these little snippets are so small. 3070 build with a i5 13400F in it with 32 gigs RAM. That's actually not a bad price. 7700XT, which is same performance as 9060XT for 320. Did I miss? Okay, yep, we're on track. Let's see. 9900X, 32 gigs of RAM, 5080 build for 2500. $1,100. Nah, I would pass on this one. 3090 build for under 1600. 3950X for 155. 5060 Ti build. That one I would say is a little pricey. They had a another 5080 for 800. They're supposed to have a $500 4080 at some point. I don't know when they're gonna run that deal. But obviously it's like a Doorbuster type deal. But it looks like it has not gone live yet. Yeah, I mean they're selling 3080s for a BioStar one for $265. So they're dropping daily deals through December 2nd. I don't know what time they're dropping them though, but yeah, geez, 3080 for $265. When was this listed? 11/5. Wait, no, this one was actually a while ago. Oh, they lowered the price. That's what it was. Yeah, so I don't know, like I don't know when this went live, but they lowered the price from $415 to $265 during these epic Black Friday sales, and then it probably sold out almost instantly. But yeah, they're running these daily deals until December 2nd. So try to pick something up. Maybe let's see what their DDR5. What are people pricing DDR5 at on Jawa? Every time I go to Jawa, I find the same item for cheaper locally, so never end up using it. Yeah, and if that's the case, then that's no problem, because obviously you'll save on shipping and tax, right? But not everyone has like a good like PC market in their area. I think Jawa is perfect for serving that that demographic of people that just live in the middle of nowhere, or just live in an area where people just aren't moving PC parts. But let's look at memory. Someone asked about $200 32 gigs. Let's see if we could find that on here. Seems like that's gonna be a tough ask, because the cheapest one is looking like what? Oh, what's this right here? It's 5600. So it's not 6000 speed, which honestly, I'm not gonna complain about 5600 mega transfers per second RAM at $200, given the climate right now. But it's 2 sticks, new open box, so it's unused, but probably gonna be one of the better pricing that you can find. Let me see if there's anything else. Anything else for... Oh, so that's it. Let's finish off. Is there any memory here on Woot? There's a bunch of different pages. 5070 for $500. Is there any deals for teleworkers? What do you mean by that? Is there any deals for teleworkers? Like what item? You mean like teleworkers? Someone who's working from home? What do workers from home need specifically? $5,200 megahertz, 16 for, yeah, 50 Canadian. That's really good. 139 for 32 gigs of DDR4 or 130 16 DDR5. That's how are you able to choose from 2 different memory kits? Are you choosing a motherboard that could get either, or are you choosing a CPU that could get, which would be what, Intel LGA 1700, because they made both DDR4 and DDR5 for that. Let me just take a look. What has DDR4 prices been looking like? So right now, where's the 32 gig kits? I want to find a kit that is known. What the heck? I guess we can look at 16 gig kits and look at the same trends in pricing. But DDR4 versus prior to, I mean, if we're looking back at it this summer, what? Yeah, like from the beginning of the year, DDR4 16 gigs was around $30. Right now, so it's tripled in price. 90 versus 34. Okay, but this is only one kit. Let me take another data point. Like Corsair. Oh, here's Corsair LPX. This one was usually pretty affordable. So if we look at the year price, like almost for most of this year, at least up into summer, I guess after summer was what? We could say like 80 bucks. Anywhere from, dang man, beginning of this year, what a time. What a time. It was like under $60 for 32 gigs of DDR4. Then in the summer and afterwards, it went up a little bit. But then in the last 3 months, we're looking at... So from the beginning of the year, the prices have tripled. But from around like a little bit late in the summer, it's doubled. So from about 75 to 150. So yeah, DDR4 prices kind of suck too, but not as bad as DDR5, which is closer to 250 to 300. Are we allowed to post store listing links? You can, if you post, you can post in the Discord server. You cannot post in the chat though, because YouTube doesn't allow people to post links in chat, except for me, because it is my channel and I know I'm not gonna spam porn. But yeah, okay. This bundle deal, relatively now, given that 32 gigs is worth about 150, that means you get a 240 AIO and a motherboard, pretty decent one, an Adrock Pro. It's not the Pro. It is the Pro 4 one, yeah. So $100 split between this motherboard and what's it called? The 240. Actually, a 240 for 50 bucks, I wouldn't consider that ideal. But let's just assume that's like 20 bucks. 80 bucks for the motherboard, AM4. That's a decent price. So I'll put a short link in the I'll put a link for this one, the bundle, in the description for anyone who checks this out after the fact. So what is this? $245. $245. Mobile RAM bundle. DDR4 RAM bundle. AM4. Okay. I got 32 gig sale of 28 kit DDR5 for $213 the other day on Newegg. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Woot's not gonna have anything else there, are they? $5070 Ti. Yep. Nope. Yep. Okay. Let's check out the actual Black Friday deals on Newegg today. We already saw this, so this isn't that much of a sale. Is there? If we go to memory, the memory price is on Black Friday. 32 gigs, man. This is the Black Friday sale. Save even more with promo code, but starting at $400 for 32 gigs, 6,000 speed. That. What is this? Okay, let me put this in. What does this code give us? We still building AM4 rigs in big 2025? Yeah, AM4 is fine. For people who have under $1,000, AM4 is still so viable. I mean, if you had $2,000 to build a PC, maybe I wouldn't build the AM4. But yeah, for people under $1,000, I think AM4 is perfectly fine. Let me check what the pricing on this is. For some reason, I got to add it to my cart first. Why wouldn't you just tell me what the deal is? It might actually be decent. Let me put in my promo code. Promo code. Oh, it's $10. It's a $10 promo code. Weak. Just wait for the AI balloon to pop. People are thinking it's not gonna pop. It's just gonna level off. The CX550. All right. Anytime if you have a, I will link this. This is the PSU tier list. Save this somewhere, and don't. Or I guess you could always Google it. SPL PSU tier list. Just remember SPL tier list, and this will always come up. This is one of the best sources. Actually, it's probably the best source right now for quick reference power supply. But we can take a look at this power supply you're asking about, the CX550, which I'm curious how they're going to handle the different years they've had. Yeah, so the CX non-M, non-modular. Corsair has been selling the CX series for like since apparently 2013. But you're probably looking at one of these two ones. 550 watt D tier in the 2023 model. But in 2016, they were better at B tier. And then in 2013, they're kind of all over the place. The higher end, the higher wattage models were okay. And then anything else was like bad. Let me see why they were bad though. What's wrong with this one right here? Why is it D tier? You can scroll to the right and they tell you why. They don't actually tell you why. What the heck? They, aside from, no. Oh, group, yeah. I think it gets D tier because it's group regulated. Which I don't think, so if you ask me, I don't think this is gonna burn your house down or blow up your computer. It's just using like, it's like an older platform that's like cheaper, but I don't necessarily think all D tier power supplies are a fire hazard. But you're gonna get different answers. The power supplies and the tier lists, it's kind of it could be a controversial subject depending on who you ask. But if you can get it for cheap enough and you're not running it in a high like power draw system, I think you would be fine. And you said I found one for a lower price in my pricey market, but I don't know what that even means. Taint Smear, what a name. The V-Color Mana Ray X Sky DDR5 32 gig 6000 CL28 kit went from $213 to $429. Yeah, it's rough out here. Dang. So no reasonable deals. Jeez, why is everything like at least $400? Oh, what? Oh, there's a DDR4 kit, which is about 150 bucks. Oh, a lower price one in my pricey market, as in you live somewhere the market is very pricey for power supplies, and you found one for a low price. I mean, how cheap is it compared to the next like at least C tier one? Like, what alternatives do you have? Use this source to look up other alternatives, and if you can find one that's like 10-20 bucks more, but like a B or C tier, I would probably go with that one. But I mean, D tier ones, if it's cheap enough, I would use it. Personally. Remember before the PSU tier list existed and people used crap tier power supplies like for the longest time without their computers blowing up or burning their houses down? I remember those days. I wouldn't say it's even a gamble. Like, okay, here, let's go back to that tier list. Because everyone is always looking at the letters, but they don't look at... And the tier list, I feel like they could do a better job at explaining the different tiers. But okay, tier D. Where's... So between you want to look at the difference between like why it did not hit the tier C criteria, and I think yes. Wait. Must be independently regulated. on the secondary side. Yeah. So because it's group regulated, it didn't hit this. You would have to look at the reviews to see of like the you know, ripple and transient response and things like that. But if I'm sure there's actually a review on that. Maybe not the 550 watt unit, but if you try to look for like a Hardware Busters or something review, like if they're able to run this power supply up to 150% and it doesn't fail, then know that you're gonna be running it at like not 150%. But yeah, I wish they did a little bit better of a job of explaining. And you could probably put it in chat GPT, like, oh, what happens when, you know, so it must claim these protections. I think the protections between these two are about the same. I think the group regulation is about the only difference. But like, you know, look up why, aside from it being like an older, cheaper technology, like what is so bad about having a group regulated? I don't remember off the top of my head. At one point in time, I went deep dive into all this, but the tier list makes it very easy for you to just turn your brain off and just like pick something based on the tier. Diablo Tech PSU, lol, yeah. I think it depends on the power. Yeah, so the power supply's job is to clean up the power coming out of your wall to send into your system. So yeah, some areas don't have as quote-unquote clean power, and are more sensitive to things like that. So you would want a higher quality power supply. Efficiency has nothing to do with it. Efficiency is just how much do you pull out of the wall versus how much is lost through heat to go into your system. What do I think of Sama power supplies? I don't have any opinions on them. I would look here and say, huh, what does Sama have? What kind of power supplies does Sama make? I'm sure, yeah, so if you look here, as an ODM, Sama makes for like Endorphy, or what is it? Yeah, Endorphy and stuff, but do they have their own Sama power supplies? They've got C tiers, B tiers, A's, D's, they got E tiers, so depends. You can't just ask what do I think of their power supplies, because every company, even your most favorite, you know, coveted Seasonic, where the heck is Seasonic at? Wow, Seasonic got a lot of good quality power supplies, but they also have some losers as well, right? They've got their S12-3 series and then their A12. So Seasonic, even though for the most part they have some pretty good power supplies, any company is capable of making a bad power supply as well. So keep that in mind. Use the tier list as a quick reference and try to pick at least a C tier. Unless it's super cheap, then, and you're building a super budget build, then I would be okay with like a D tier. Does a UPS... I think a UPS does clean up your power as well. Yeah, UPS, if you get like a pure sine wave one, I think people do use them not only to protect their PC and to give them, you know, a few minutes of runtime when the power goes out, but also if you have dirty power coming from the wall, it cleans it up. I don't know if it's similar to how a power supply does, but I have read of people specifically buying a UPS for that, because their PCs are like unstable or crashing and stuff, pulling directly from, you know, a surge protector from the wall. Put it on a UPS and it has helped. Okay, so RAM deals suck right now. Oh, wait, what is this? It's sold out, obviously. Of course, the only decently priced things are sold out. Can you sort on this list? Yes, you can. By lowest price. We're gonna sort by lowest price memory. 16 gigs. Whoa. Oh, it's DDR3. Duh, that's why. Nobody cares about... Look, the DDR3 market is untouched right now, I think. I don't know how cheap DDR3 was prior to the RAM shortage. But I'm thinking there's not much risk of the prices going up. I think this is pretty standard. 16 gigs of DDR3 for 30 something bucks. But okay, where are... Yeah, so this is sold out. How about this? This is 16 gigs. What the heck? Why is this even here? How about this one? 230 for 32 gigs, DDR5 6400. Bro, this isn't a bad price. Am I missing something here? Let me see. Okay, 6400 CL32, which is very similar to 6000 CL30, true latency wise. This is actually not a bad price considering everything else is like 250. Yeah, I'm putting this on the list. Like, I'm not sure if we're gonna find better than this actually this morning. So is it 230? Yeah, it's 230. It's not the prettiest RAM, depending on what your color scheme you're going for, but I don't know if we have the choice to be picky right now. 32 gigabyte DDR5 6400 CL32 RAM. Let's see the 64 gig price. Let's see. 409. You get a slightly better RAM, like gigabyte per dollar on this one, but I would not be going for 64 in this time. I would make it work with 32 until prices come down, whenever that may be. I don't know how many people actually need 64. Poll time. How much RAM you running in your PC right now? All right, we got 32. We'll start with 16 gigabyte. Then we got 32 gigabyte. We're just gonna assume nobody's running less than 16 gigabytes. 64 gigabyte. And then we'll just go gigabyte. And just round. If you have 48, if you're one of those weirdos, no, I'm kidding. If you're one of those people with 48 gigs, just round. Because we're just doing it in 16 or 32 multipliers. All right. What's everybody using for memory right now? 16, 32, 64, or 128. I fall into the 64 gigabyte category. But DDR4, and I've been using it prior to all the RAM shortages. So, oh, if you want RGB, they've got the RGB option for it's sold out. Okay. Yeah, that's about the most reasonably priced RAM from Newegg. Then we can start getting to $300+ territory. Wait, Stang. I remember you wanted to look at if Stang. I don't know if like your little one got you busy. But storage. You wanted to look at SSDs. Maybe I can put it if you check back in. To me, yeah, 48 is kind of a goated sweet spot. With how much games are using these days, getting some overhead, I think 48 gives you like enough for a little bit of overhead for extra Chrome tabs and doing multitasking without committing to a full doubling your RAM to 64 and spending, you know, near double the price. Where's the storage at? Storage. SSD. I don't know if Stang's still here, but let's see what SSD deals they got for us today. $40 for half a terabyte. Ugh. Memory's a lost cause. Yeah, but at least there's still some stuff that are like in the lower 200s, right? Yeah, 230 is not the best price, but you know what? It's paying $100 more than you would have prior to the shortage. For a $2,000 build, it's not the biggest price, like percentage increase of the build difference. Where's the 1 terabytes at? Can I sort by... Yes. At least 1 terabyte. Who's trying to buy half terabyte SSDs in this day? Man, there's so many budget drives. I feel like they're all gonna be about the same. What's the P400? What is this one? Of course they don't talk about if it has DRAM or not. Oh, it likely does not. Cause yeah, I'm thinking this one doesn't. So that's what branded budget drives are going for, 80 bucks. Is that what we're... Let me go on Amazon. Let me look at the price trend. Oh my god, what the heck is this? Where's the 1 terabyte one? Here it is. Okay. What's the pricing history on this looking like? Because SSDs did go up in price. Yeah, these used to be like under 60 bucks. And then earlier this year, they were as low as like $50. But, yeah. So we're seeing like a 50%. Oh, wait. What is this? From about 60 bucks to 90-ish dollar. Wait, 60 to this. That's like a 30% increase, 33% increase. About. There used to be $60. The cheapest now. Okay, I'm curious. Okay, the poll is still running. People are mostly, about 2/3 of y'all are on 32 gigs. And then we've got about an even split of people who have 64 versus 16 gigs. And then we got like a 3% of the people with 128. I'm curious, what are you guys' thoughts on like brands like KingSpec? I feel like KingSpec, when they first came around, which I feel like, never mind, that was King Dion. I don't remember when I first started seeing KingSpec, but they've been around for a while now. But when they first entered the scene, I feel like they were categorized as like a cheap, generic Chinese brand, even though they probably were selling in other parts of the world. They just weren't in the Western market as much. But now we do see them like at top SSD searches whenever you're looking on Amazon and Newegg and stuff. Like, would you buy from KingSpec versus the more well-known brands that are sold in the Western market, like Crucial, Corsair, Kingston, Team Group, etc.? Team Group at one point in time was seen as a generic Chinese brand as well. I feel like Team Group is well regarded nowadays. People like Team Group. They don't really see it as a Chinese brand like that. But KingSpec, I'm curious your guys' thoughts. I don't know. Maybe it's because like I'm super comfortable with jank stuff, but like I would be okay with building I would be okay with using this in my own system and using this to like build for friends and family. But I don't know. I don't know if it's being a content creator had changed something in me, or just doing this for this many years and just realizing like, hey, all these brands that aren't that well known in the US, they ended up being just fine. Like, they're getting their memory from one of the major 3 or 5 memory manufacturers anyways. KingSpec and Team Group underrated memory, but then Clowny says king shit. So we have differing opinions in the chat. KingSpec is good. If it has DRAM, I'll try it. Let's see. I did find a Sabrent 2 terabyte for $119. That's actually not bad. Stang, you are still here. Nice. But it's refurbished on Amazon. I'm okay with refurbished. All you gotta do is run. Have you used Crystal Disk Info before? Stang? If you use Crystal Disk Info, you can pull the smart data on the drive, and you can see, okay, what is happening. I don't want to download this. But yeah, you can, if you can pull it, see how many power on counts it has. I guess who cares about the power on counts and hours? Look at the total read writes. As so long as it's not like some crazy high amount, then you should be good. Otherwise, return it, because you said you found it where? On Amazon? Yeah, you found it on Amazon. Yeah, you should be able to return it just fine. That's what I would do. That's why I love Amazon Open Box, Amazon Warehouse, Amazon Refurbished, all that stuff. Like, there are tools, at least with drives, and just like testing it for other parts, like motherboards and stuff. And that you can, stress test and stuff. Don't stress test SSDs though, because you can, stress testing SSDs, you can read a lot of data at a given time. And somewhat shorten the lifespan if you test it too much. Back when Mushkin Black Line and Red Line was King Team was considered good. Oh, was King Team was considered good. I don't buy cheap SSD. F that. All my info, bro. You don't back up? That's why you need to have backups. So that it's still a pain. I understand. Even if you have a full, like, SSD, like your main drive is cloned and backed up and stuff, just it failing is kind of a pain in the butt, and having to recover it, or like re-image and all that stuff. So I get what you're saying. Like, if it's not that much more expensive, it's like what, $7 more to buy, or $10 more to buy from the brand that everyone else knows. Then what is this brand? One Boom Ranger, huh? I'm not sure if I've ever heard of this brand. DRAM versus non-DRAM SSDs. Why should we get DRAM? I feel like the internet is split on this. So, if you guys know who Numax is kind of like the guy on Reddit when it comes to SSDs. But DRAM on NVMe SSD specifically, Numax, let's see, DRAM are not different on DRAMless SSDs. DRAM kind of doesn't matter in gaming at all. It matters when you're doing like large file transfers. Load times, I've seen it not really matter either, even though, the DRAM is supposed to map everything on the drive. Here's an interesting article. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, so DRAM, short-term memory used in devices to access data faster, yes, but for NVMe, let's see if they talk about the NVMe specifically. The main difference between DRAM and no DRAM is about 100 times faster. DRAM is about 100 times faster, but the data map is stored on there, just like I said earlier. Even if a DRAM-less drive uses HMB, which is also DRAM, to store the data map. DRAM module is usually located much further away from the storage module. Okay. Okay, where's the benchmarks, though? Use cases for SSDs with and without DRAM. Graphic design, video editing, high-end content. Performance of SSDs with DRAM are a good fit if you're doing stuff like that. High-performance computing. Projects that require high performance, such as those that use large data analytics, AI, or machine learning. Huh. Wonder why there's a memory shortage and why storage and memory prices are going up. High-end competitive gaming. Today's AAA games employ sophisticated technologies to help keep immersed players in the environments. These games require high-performance SSDs to avoid lag or stalls. I don't know. Well, I guess when I benchmark, I specifically don't benchmark online games because you can't repeat the what's it called? You can't repeat the benchmarks when you have different variables that come with online gaming. Though I don't know. What competitive game are there benchmarks on this out? They're giving general answers here, but I would like to see tests done. Database management. Organizations with database servers will appreciate the improved performance with DRAM. DRAM-less SSDs are well suited for less intensive applications. As long as the company doesn't need to access graphics-heavy applications, or okay, it's just Sustain. I don't think this answers our question that well. Now we gotta run that poll. Okay, so I'm ending it. Most people have 32 gigs. Let's hear from the people with DRAM versus DRAM-less SSDs. What kind of SSD do you have for primary OS drive? So the one where you keep your operating from system on. Let's see what you guys cared about when you were buying and building your PC. I think it'd be really hard to test the high-end competitive gaming DRAM versus DRAM-less drive. Let me see if I can find anything on YouTube. DRAM versus benchmarks. I don't know needs to be a choice. You don't know? You can look it up, JG, right? Just pull up the model of your SSD. Do you need it? Shorter tech. Let's see. I'm just gonna open up whatever random videos. Is this just a video where it's mostly talking and not showing the number? Oh, here we go. Wait. No, I'm looking for like graphs. NAS compares. How about this one? Read performance. Okay, yeah, we know the read-write performance, especially on large amounts of data, is gonna matter. Write performance, multitasking, simultaneous. See, I don't know if anyone's actually tested this. It would be really hard to test because the difference, I don't think is gonna be that big. And if you're gonna be doing online competitive games, you're not gonna be able to get consistent runs between. You know, it's gonna change because that's the nature of it. Like, I have yet to find a video of the top search boot times. Okay, here we go. PUBG. Yeah, it's gonna be very similar for, yeah, like 48 versus 46 seconds loading. But that's, we know loading times, booting into Windows and stuff, DRAM versus DRAM-less is gonna be very similar. The question is, according to that Numax article, which I do trust, it's when you're playing the game itself. I'm guessing, like, if you're playing open world competitive games where you have to, like, load things, like the map is, like, you know, loading as you are traversing throughout the world, you might get slightly, like, less consistent frame rate and frame times. Maybe. I don't know if I have actually ever seen that, though. Apparently mine had DRAM and I didn't even know about it. I won't buy a boot drive without a built-in controller or cache/DRAM. Could there be a poll asking when was the last time you cleaned your PC? Yeah, we can run that afterwards. Remind me. I want to, each time I run a poll, I want to run it for long enough. I mean, the majority of people voting are have voted DRAM though. Most of you guys do have DRAM. Yeah, but like I feel like this isn't from, wait, did Numax write this? No, he didn't. This was just something that he pointed to. But yeah, this is from Bison. But yeah, I don't think this answers our question too well, unfortunately. I think it's one of those things where the safe choice is just to get DRAM if you're okay with spending the extra 10-15 bucks or however much the difference is these days. But I would say buy for secondary drives where it might be less crucial, try a DRAM-less drive. I feel like once you try it and use it for the applications that you use it for, you will be more comfortable with it. Yeah, because I have built many systems for my friends and family, and we were trying to save money, so we've used DRAM-less drives. You know, I've not like done a side-by-side test with online games, but just testing it for the typical stuff that, you know, the average gamer does, it was fine. So that's why I'm comfortable with it. I have used DRAM-less drives and it hasn't been a big deal. So it's one of those things where if you've never used one before and all you've done is read these things or watch YouTubers that tell you have to have DRAM, you're gonna not feel as comfortable using a DRAM-less drive. Dimitri says, thanks for whoever gifted you a sub. It was Gnomed. Gnomed gifted 50 memberships. So, thank you. I don't even know if Gnomed is still here. But Gen 5 SSDs run way too hot and end up throttling half the time, even with the cooler. Yeah, dude. If you look at the numbers, I mean, between Gen 4 and Gen 3 even, for load times, it's about the same. Even SATA SSD boot and game load times aren't too far off. I've even tested it. The biggest difference is the straight raw file transfer speeds. Like, you straight up drag and drop between drives. But, and I guess in those those applications, like working with 8K video files and stuff like that. But yeah. But anyways, long story short, Stang, that sounded like a good deal you found on Amazon Refurbished. Just check it out on man, we went off on a tangent there. Just check it out with Crystal Disk Info. I think that was a good price. Did anyone actually post anything new? Tyler posted this bundle deal. If you guys have deals you want me to also look at on the Discord server, which link is down in somewhere in the description. It probably got pushed down because we're posting active deals. But we have a Discord server. Stream submissions is where you would link that, and then I will be able to pull it up. Ooh, and you get $25 off this deal. Alright, what are we looking at? 9800 X3D with the ROG Crosshair 870E Apex with how much RAM is this? I was looking like 64 gigs, I'm guessing. Oh wait, no, what? It's not. Oh, it's 32 gigs. Whoops, I looked at the wrong section. 32 gigs. For 800, well, it's out of stock, so I don't know if it's gonna come back in stock while the sale's still going on. But what are we looking at here? So $400 CPUs. I mean, dude, we could just run polls all day on this. Does anyone need a $700 motherboard? I mean, I know some people might benefit from it, but my goodness, I would never have even imagined to buy a motherboard this expensive. I need to drink some water real quick. You've got to be accessing a lot of data before DRAM becomes a factor, like transferring many gigabytes of files to a micro SD card. It will be faster for 10 seconds and slow the rest of the way because there's no DRAM. Well, with the SD card, I feel like you're going to be bottlenecked by whatever adapter you're using and the speed of the SD card. Where I've noticed big drop-offs is straight up like SSD to SSD transfers. When you have like a primary boot drive and then like a secondary games drive, and you're like, oh, I want to move the Steam game from this, that one to my main one for whatever reason. Those types of large file transfers where you aren't being bottlenecked by, whatever, PCIe Gen 3 or 4 speeds. But the lack of DRAM, yeah, you have like this huge surge of speed, and then boom. Once your like SLC cache or whatever caching technology the DRAM-less drive has is filled, it just plummets pretty badly. But also, when I'm transferring Steam games, that's not something I need usually to do like instantaneously. I could do that and go take a dump and like, do other stuff. DRAM-less with HMB is great, and I feel like pretty much all the drives, at least from the reputable companies that are coming out now, do have HMB. Like most, the Team Group budget drives, Crucial ones, silicon power ones. I usually see them touting they have HMB. Does the motherboard have ports in the back? What are we talking about here? What? This is what the rear I/O looks like on this board. Oh, it does have 5 gigabit. So I guess that's, and Wi-Fi 7. So I mean, I guess that's one thing. Like if you really want the latest networking components, it has those in it. But also 3 USB-C, which I don't, yeah, you typically don't see that on cheaper AM5 boards. But still, $700, bro. You could buy multiple decent motherboards for that price. Wow, what a chit backplate for that amount. I mean, it doesn't have a high number of USB-A ports, but I mean, I don't know. You usually don't see 3 USB-C, which I guess is kind of nice. And yeah, you could use these for, you could run displays on this too. How are we already 2 hours in the stream? I feel like there hasn't been... What deals were there today that was different than on Wednesday? Has anyone found anything that was different than when we looked on Wednesday? See, because Newegg and all these websites have been doing Black Friday week or Black Week or whatever you want to call it. So I feel like they already kind of blew their load on a decent amount of stuff. Minus the Doorbuster deals. We've already seen... we've seen a lot of these things already. Let's take a look at this pre-built 8700F with the 5060 for $950. No, I don't get excited about that at all. What up, noisy MacBook? Yes, the Sid the Sloth reference. Thank you. Watching on TV like a true noob. Watching in like more like high def and big screen. When you combo that, wait, what? With the 9800XT, it's minus 350. Yes, so what you're saying is, well, it says the combo savings is 653 actually, but I guess if you bought, this becomes a good deal because if you were to buy this memory individually, this would be like what, 250 or 300 like we've saw. This is already like 400. So then this overly expensive motherboard. So if this is 300, this is 400. And you get this for 300 or 824. This effectively becomes like a $124 motherboard, which then becomes a good deal. But otherwise, yeah, no, that was a horrible deal. This becomes not too bad given RAM prices are crazy, and this has not. I mean, this is what, 420 something on sale right now, so it's not on super discount. Yeah, it's only 479 minus 25, so it's only like. It's already like 450. So this, no wonder it sold out. Yeah, that RAM specifically is 330 because it's Corsair and it's RGB, but we saw the Patriot kit 32 gigs for 230. So, but still, even the bundle deal is the better buy. But it sold out, obviously, because, yeah, this ended up being a super good deal. I don't foresee that coming back in stock. Yeah, I mean, like, we already saw this deal. Like, they already gave the good deals, or somewhat good, normal price, MSRP, whatever you want to call it. We already saw this on Wednesday, so they didn't discount it anymore on actual Black Friday. So what's the point of, like, waiting around? That's why I was telling people Wednesday, like, if you saw a good deal on earlier in the week, just buy it. Like Black Friday, I don't think, aside from Doorbusters, which are limited and sell out, you're not really getting anything that much better. Yeah, we saw this deal as well. This has been around all week. It's already linked down in the description because I have the links that we found from Wednesday still in the description section. How are the little ones, says Tanmay. Before you doze off. Wait, what? You're dozing off in the morning? They're good. They're good. I fed, who did I feed this morning? Oh my god, I'm a horrible father. I fed Mia this morning. The twins, they have their own distinct features, but sometimes they look alike. So sometimes I do get them wrong for a split second. But I can eventually figure out which twin is which when I see them side by side. But, yeah. Oh, Tanmay, I did not realize you were from India this entire time. I'm not sure if you've mentioned it before, but also I have tons of viewers and stuff, so it's very hard to keep track of where everybody is from. But okay, you're from India. It's 12 a.m. You should get some sleep. Thank you for chilling and hanging out on the stream. ASRock 9070 XT was $550 at Central Computers earlier. Which means it probably sold out. Central Computers is Canada, right? Wait, no, Central Computers is Bay Area. But that's only local, right? Yeah, 9070 XT. Online sold out. Wait, does Central Computers ship? Do we need to start looking at Central Computers stuff? They shipped it, like, nationwide? Oh, well, I guess let's look at their Black Friday deals. Black Friday, Cyber Mondays. What do they got? Online and in-store. So they had a 5090 for 2000. Okay, I think I was confusing Canada Computers with Central Computers. WAN show is in 30 minutes? Wait, what? Is WAN show this morning? I gotta end stream then. I cannot be streaming while WAN shows. I cannot compete with them. Did they already put up the thing for WAN show? Scheduled for... Wait. They were scheduled for today at 10:30. Oh, they're starting soon. I gotta end stream. They were supposed to start at 10:30 a.m., but they are, they're late. Oh, no. Actually, no, it is almost... I got up at... Sorry. My god. My perception of time, because I'm usually not streaming this early. I forgot. I started streaming at 8:30 this morning. Okay. I think I should probably end stream. We've been going for over 2 hours now. 2.5 hours. Yeah, the deal sucked this morning, guys. I'm sorry. And we didn't get the $99 Zotac card. I would rather watch you... No. I also need to go make sure the girls are okay and get started with the rest of my day. There was no intention to stream extra long today just because it was Black Friday. Especially with the deal sucking as much. But keep my stream up? No, I gotta go. I don't know if the girls are awake right now. But I'm hungry too, guys. I am starving. I didn't even ask everybody. How was your Thanksgiving for those who celebrated it? We had a very busy Thanksgiving because we hosted and we took care of most of the cooking and stuff this year. We got like a Chinese roast. We got a Chinese turkey from the market called TNT. We also got the crispy garlic fried chicken, a whole chicken that was fried with like, you know, battered and stuff. We had a roasted ham. We had mashed potatoes, stuffing, all the normal stuff. Tons of apple cider. All my brothers-in-laws, that's why you see the monitor set up. My 4 brothers-in-laws, because my wife comes from a very big family, they all brought their rigs, so we had a mini LAN party here. We played, what is that game? No Way Out of Hell or something like that? What game was that? Something Hell. No More Room in Hell 2. That's what we played. Not No Way Out of Hell. Yeah, we played that. We had a mini LAN party yesterday, so it was pretty fun. It was good. You ate pizza. You had Chinese Kung Pao chicken and spent time playing games at home. Nice. That sounds pretty chill. Order food and bring the girls down. Multitask. No. I'm not ordering food. I'm eating Thanksgiving leftovers. Oh, we did seafood boil too. That was the main thing. You know, like seafood boil. The one where... Yeah, this is what we did. We didn't do crab though, because crab's kind of expensive. We just did shrimp, potatoes, sausage, corn. But we did Cajun seafood boil. It was pretty good, and we got some leftovers. But it was a good Thanksgiving. More LAN streams in the future, please. LAN streams. That's something that I still have never done yet. But maybe. We have our 10-year... We are wrapping up 10 years of LAN, this next LAN. Once we finish this next LAN, it would have been 10 whole years of LAN party stories. So, I don't know if we could stream on this next one, but we'll see. I recommend the Frankenstein movie to anyone that needs something to watch. The new Frankenstein movie, right? This one? Didn't they have another Frankenstein one recently with Timothy Charlemagne or whatever his name is? Or was that one called... What movie was that? No, not that one. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different movie. I thought there was a different... The Monster or something? Didn't it, in the last few years, we've had a different Frankenstein movie. Dune. So the new one is Guillermo del Toro. That's the guy who did like the Labyrinth movie, right? What other Frankenstein movie was there that was not this one? I swear we had one in the last few years. I just can't think of the name. But this one is good? Okay. Oh, and it's on Netflix, right? Is it... Ooh, if it's on Netflix, then yeah, I'll definitely watch it if I don't have to go pay and watch it in the theater. He also did the... Yes, I love Pacific Rim. I feel like they kind of messed it up with the sequels, but the first Pacific Rim, oh man, such a good movie. Like, big mechs, kaijus, ah. Watch it on HDR for eye candy. Okay, yeah, Frankenstein is good. Okay, maybe we gotta watch that today. Maybe that is the movie we put on today for a chill post-Thanksgiving day. But okay, guys, sorry we couldn't get the $99 5060 Ti, and sorry I gotta end stream now. But this is about typical stream length, 2.5 hours. I'm trying to wrap up this video for tomorrow as well. It's almost done. Should be a fun time. So yeah, you guys can catch me in the comment section once that video drops. If it's not tomorrow, it will for sure be Sunday. But also in the Discord server and stuff as always. But thank you for waking up early with me on this Black Friday and looking through some very mediocre deals. It's a fun time regardless, even if we don't find deals, because you guys make it a good time. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you again, Gnomed, for the 50 gifted memberships. Always appreciated. You guys have a great rest of your Cyber weekend. Keep on looking for them deals. Maybe Cyber Monday might have something. I'm not going to be able to stream on Cyber Monday, but we'll talk about it on Wednesday. But yeah, you guys take it easy. Have, good post-Thanksgiving leftovers and all that stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.